M0FX. We thought I'd show you an SDR switch box. So in the background, you can see SDR console running, and if I just turn the volume up, it's connected to 40 meters. Sounds great, yeah? And if I go over to my 891, I know the screen's quite bright, but listen.
But some of the top ones, of course, do, etc. But it's always interesting to see whether that was...
So we can hear both, but we're only actually using one antenna in the back of the SDR switch box, and you can literally get these now for about £35, and they will work on any device, and that's what I love about them, and they are plug and go. So it is powered by 12 volt, 13 volt power supply. You can see the red lights on. Now, the idea behind it is that when I transmit, because, you know, it's not hard to split your antenna. You can do that all day long. But when you transmit, you will blow up your SDR receiver. I'm using the RX 888, which is one of my favorites, actually. It's just, it does all the bands, VHF, UHF. It does, well, I'm not saying this switcher does all the bands, but anyway. I just like it. It looks nice and I like using it. So we're on 40 meters and there's just one patch lead between the transceiver and the box, but there's an extra connection I'm going to show you on the back of the switcher that you can feed to your SDR receiver. So it's nice and straightforward. It's all labeled. It says antenna here. And then here, transceiver. So that's your patch lead to the radio. But you've got this extra connection here that says SDR. And you can connect a PTT. So people use that to connect to an amplifier, or or many radios would have a PTT connection. So it physically PTTs the radio. But these have got that, all the ones I've used. And I've got another super one here that actually has I'll show you in a minute, it has like a signal meter. But anyway, so SDR goes to my RX 888, or it could be your RTL SDR, and you know, so many, Air Spy, you name it, and that's it. So when I transmit, you'll see that it will flick a switch. Let me just quickly show you the super one that I've got, because I haven't demonstrated that yet. So this one here, I've actually got the lid off it, okay, and very similar inside to that one. You know, not the same because it's got loads of LEDs in it. But this one actually has, and I went for this one, but there is this is the, if you look at the front here, the S1, but there's actually the S3 model now. So when you search, I think most people buy the S3 one because this one apparently is not quite as good on VHF, UHF, maybe VHF, I have to check. But I got it because I wanted all the LEDs, which is very sad, really. On-off button, still powered, but virtually the same. You've got extra connections here. As well, more dedicated to different for your amplifier here, but otherwise you've got the, you know, the SDR connection there, and then transceiver antenna on the SO239. So I'm looking at this upside down, and I am going to be making videos on this, but to be honest with you, they're doing a very similar job. So if I transmit, and I'll move away from that station, and you'll see that it switches, yeah? You can hear it clicking. And what it's doing, it's making sure, and you'll see the SDR, 1, 2, test. It's making sure that it doesn't damage the SDR receiver that we've got, which is the RX 888 in the background there. I don't know if you can see it just there. On a little SMA connection. And if, you know, the 891 hasn't got a waterfall like this. Now, if you want to control the frequencies on the 891, you can, but you'd have to, and I haven't done this yet, I haven't even learnt it yet, but you'd have to tell the SDR console to use its cat control, which it has got, and so has other software, to control the radio as well, which these days has become very common. There, if I turn this right down, turn up the radio.
Which is very cool because not long back over here. I was 15 years in various places. So I've been around the block. I've lived in Wexford, Dublin for a number of years, Galway, the station in Galway when I first got the call, and then I went.
So that's 7142, and if I go here, because you can just synchronize it yourself, and you get that nice big display.
I've been around, as I say, and the tower actually, I think the tower came from Tyrone. I had a mobile 60-foot tower which I towed down to Galway, which I think NDI2IA has still. But don't think it's in its condition. It wasn't great when I had it, and he's got it as a backup tower.
Isn't that funny?
I didn't pull it back over, and I had another.
There's actually a slight delay as well. Not great for transmission. We'll have to see if the super one gets rid of the delay. I think there is actually an adjustment in there, milliseconds adjustment inside the box that you can change. Anyway, SDR Switch, to me, it's a must-have device. The amount of people that have said they want to use an SDR receiver, but they don't want to tap into their radio. You know, when you take the lid off and you solder into the IF, and then you take out a tap. There was a box, the 7300, that used to put on the 7300 lock on the top there, and that would tap in. Saying that, with the Mark II model, there is an IF out. There isn't one. There isn't. I don't know if it's an IF out, but I don't know what it's connected to. But I can connect the signal. There's a little SMA on the back of the ICOM 7300 Mark II, which is pretty much doing the same thing, sending a signal. You still need a receiver, mind. You still need an SDR, one of the most popular ones. You know, like these kind of things. They're not big, and you can put two on your radios. You can use OmniRig to control the radio, or you can go in and sort of use the built-in cat control with this software. Yeah, there's so many tools. AirSpy, that's an amazing receiver, and then you go into the whole SDR Duo, SDR Play devices. So much to choose from. It's all part of the fun, and I highly recommend you get a box just for experimentation. Bye for now.